You got the raise. You asked for it, you earned it. They said yes. $12,000 more a year. You did the math on the drive home. $1,000 extra a month, $250 a week, $35 a day. You thought about what you'd do with it. That was 4 months ago. You have $160 in your savings account, less than before the raise. This video is about why that happened, and why it happens to almost everyone, and what the number actually needs to be before it stops happening. You're sitting in your manager's office. She slides a paper across the desk. New salary, effective next pay period. You keep your face professional. You say thank you. You shake her hand. You walk back to your desk. You open your phone under the desk like you're checking a message. You look at the new number. Something in your chest does a thing. The thing it does when a problem you've been carrying appears to be solved. You think about the credit card balance, the emergency fund you don't have, the trip you've been deferring, the version of the month that doesn't involve math. The raise is going to fix the math. That's what you think. The raise hits on the first paycheck. You know it's coming, so you check the deposit before you do anything else. The number is bigger, not by $1,000, by $640. You do the math again. $12,000 a year divided by 26 pay periods is $461 gross per paycheck. Then federal income tax takes some. Then state tax takes some. Then Social Security. Then Medicare. The $461 gross becomes $298 net. $298. Not $1,000 a month. Not $250 a week. $298 per paycheck. $596 a month. You knew taxes existed. You just didn't do this specific math before the conversation with your manager. Almost nobody does. They negotiate the gross number. They dream about the gross number. And then the net number arrives, and it's significantly smaller than the dream. $596 a month. That's what the raise actually is. You adjust your expectations. $596 is still $596. That's still real money. That's still something. You decide what to do with it. This is where it goes wrong. The raise is yours now. $596 a month, real and unspoken for about 3 days. Then the spending begins. Not all at once, in a series of small decisions that each feel completely reasonable. Month 1. You move to a slightly better apartment. Not expensive, just better. The old one had a noise problem. $200 more per month. Still reasonable. You're making more now. Month 2. You upgrade your gym membership. The basic one didn't have classes. The better one does. $45 more per month. Still reasonable. You also get the streaming service you'd been sharing with your ex's account. $17 a month. Still fine. But month 3. You eat lunch outside the office more. Not every day. 3 days a week, maybe. $11 average. 3 days a week, 4 weeks. $132 a month. Still reasonable. You make more now. You can afford a real lunch. Month 4. You do the math. $200 apartment upgrade. $45 gym. $17 streaming. $132 lunches. $394 a month in new spending. Your raise was $596 a month. You have $202 left from the raise. $202 that hasn't been absorbed yet. But you also bought flights for that trip you'd been deferring. $340 split over 2 months. And you needed new shoes. $120. You'd been putting it off. The $202 is gone. and then some. This is lifestyle inflation. Not a decision, not a mistake, a force. Like gravity. The money arrives. The life expands to meet it. The math resets.
And in month 4, you have $160 in your savings account.
This isn't a willpower problem. If it were a willpower problem, it would be solved by wanting it more. You want it. You wanted it before the raise. And the raise didn't create it either. There's a concept in psychology called hedonic adaptation. Your baseline level of satisfaction adapts upward to match your circumstances. When you got the apartment with the noise problem, it was fine for a while. Then it became the floor, the normal, the thing you stopped noticing, until it bothered you enough to change. The same thing happens with money. Every raise becomes the new floor. Every upgrade becomes the new normal. The gym with classes, the better apartment, the lunches outside. These stop feeling like upgrades 4 weeks later. They become background. They become the minimum. And the raise that was supposed to fix everything is now just funding the new minimum. The economist Robert Frank calls this expenditure cascades. One upgrade triggers another. The better apartment requires better furniture to not look wrong in the space. The better gym requires better workout clothes to not feel out of place. The lunches outside mean you're around people who suggest dinner sometimes. Each step is small. The accumulation is total. This is not a character flaw. It's a documented, researched, consistent feature of how humans respond to improvement. The raise doesn't fix the math. It resets the math at a higher level. And the new level becomes normal before the bank account catches up. This is why you got a raise and have less saved than before. It's not because you did something wrong. It's because the system is very good at absorbing money before you can decide what to do with it. So what's the number that actually changes things? Not the raise number, the savings rate. The percentage of your income that you keep. The average American saves about 4 to 5% of their income. That means for every $100 that comes in, $4 or $5 goes to the future. $95 funds right now. At a 5% savings rate, with a median income of $62,000, you're saving $3,100 a year. After 20 years, assuming average investment returns, you have roughly $180,000. That is not enough to retire on. Not in any city, not at any standard you've established by living normally. The number that actually changes things is 15 to 20%. At 20% saved on $62,000, you're putting away $12,400 a year. Same 20 years, same average returns. You have roughly $700,000. Same income, same 20 years, 4 times the outcome. The difference is not the raise. The difference is what you do before the lifestyle catches up. Same income, completely different destination. The raise you got isn't the variable that matters. The savings rate is the variable that matters. And right now, yours is close to 0, which means the next raise is going to do the same thing as this one, unless something changes first. There is a window. Every raise opens it. Most people don't know it exists. Between the moment the money arrives and the moment the spending expands to absorb it, there is a period where the difference is real and unspoken for. Most people don't know the window exists. They feel the raise. They feel the room. And they fill the room with things that feel like reasonable responses to finally having some room. The window closes. The people who build wealth are not the ones who earn more. Studies consistently show that income above about $100,000 has a weak relationship with net worth. There are people making $200,000 with $8,000 in savings. There are people making $60,000 with $400,000 invested. The difference is not the income. It's the window. The $60,000 person got a raise once. It was $400 a month net. Before the lifestyle could expand, they automated $350 of it into an index fund. The lifestyle never saw the $350. It adapted to the $50. The $350 disappeared into the future before the present could spend it. That was 8 years ago. The $350 a month became $400, then $500. Then they stopped thinking about it because the automation made it invisible. The invisible money built something. The visible money got spent. This is the only real insight in personal finance. Not which fund, not which account, not which strategy. Automate before the lifestyle sees it. Make the savings invisible before the spending habits adapt. The window is the mechanism. Automation is how you hold it open. Let's run the actual numbers. You make $62,000 a year. You're 28. You want to have options at 55. Not necessarily retired, just options. You save nothing right now. Scenario A, you keep doing what you're doing. Lifestyle absorbs every raise. You retire at 65 with whatever Social Security provides. In 2026 dollars, the average monthly Social Security benefit is about $1,800. $21,600 a year. That is what you're building toward if nothing changes. Scenario B. Starting today, you automate 15% of your take-home. On $62,000, that's about $655 a month going into a low-cost index fund. You do nothing else. You don't pick stocks, you don't time the market. At 55, 27 years from now, you have approximately $720,000. That generates about $28,000 a year using the 4% withdrawal rule, plus whatever Social Security you've earned. You have options, real ones, not theoretical ones. Scenario C, you get a $5,000 raise in 2 years. You automate the entire net amount, about $270 a month, before the lifestyle can touch it. You do this with every raise for the next 10 years. At 55, you have closer to $1.1 million. $44,000 a year from investments, plus Social Security. You can work if you want to. You can stop if you want to. This is what the raise was supposed to give you, not the better apartment. Options. 3 things. That's all. 1. The next time you get a raise, calculate the net amount before you celebrate. Not the gross number on the paper, the number that lands in your account. Write it down. Literally, write it down. It makes it real in a way. Thinking about it doesn't. 2. Before the next paycheck arrives with the new amount, set up an automatic transfer. Not half, not most, at minimum, half of the net raise amount. If the raise nets $400 a month, automate $200 before the first paycheck hits. The lifestyle adapts to $200. You barely notice. The $200 in the investment account will be the most expensive thing you ever didn't buy. 3. Do this every time. Not once. Every raise. Every bonus. Every unexpected income. Half goes to the future before the present sees it. The lifestyle grows slower than the income. The gap between them is what builds wealth. That gap is the only number that matters. Not the salary. The gap between what comes in and what the lifestyle consumes. That gap is what you're actually building. You got the raise. You earned it. It was real. It arrived. And 4 months later, you had $160 in savings. This is not a story about failure.
It is a story about a system that is very good at absorbing everything you give it.
You can't fight the system by wanting to. You fight it by moving the money before the system knows it's there. Before the apartment. Before the gym. Before the lunch.
Before any of it. Automatic. Invisible. Consistent.
The people who built something didn't earn more than you.
They just moved the money faster than their life could spend it.
That's the trade. That's the bill. That's why you got a raise and somehow ended up broker than before.